Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of TCG Talk, back today with another video. And in today's video, we have a lot of game-changing news for Flesh and Blood. We have two heroes that will be living legend as of this week, or upcoming this week, as well as our first week of ProQuest results and what that means for the game going forward, because we have a lot of change that's going to be happening over the next 6 months. We're going to talk about it. So not even the next 6 months, next like 2 months. We're going to talk about it. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully enjoy your stay. If you're a long-staying supporter, thank you so much as always. Feel free to check out the Discord down below, as well as the channel membership for access to a bunch of cool stuff. So first week of ProQuest. Going into the first week of ProQuest, we had Enigma at, 989 points, which means she needed 4 wins in order to hit Living Legend, and we had Zen at 991 points, meaning he only needed 3 wins. Basically, in ProQuest season, there's 1,500 allotted ProQuest points, but the way they work most of the time is it's basically 3 points per ProQuest win. Even though it's a percentage base, that's pretty much how you can do the math for the most part, at least for this ProQuest season. So as you can see, Enigma well reached her 4 needed wins in order to Living Legend. She got 19 in the first week, putting her at, let's see here real fast, putting her at 1,046 Living Legend points. Pretty easy. Zen got exactly what he needed to the T, getting 3 wins and putting him at exactly 1,000 Living Legend points. It's so funny that Zen basically limped across the finish line when pre-ban Zen is arguably the best deck in the game's history, up there with Starvo. So it's really funny to see kind of how all that ended up. But the top dog of week 1, as expected, was Aurora. Aurora is going in this PQ season very, very in an interesting spot. So right now, after week 1, she is at 773 points. She got, if I can do math in my head correctly, she got 78 points from this week's ProQuest season, or the ProQuest week, essentially. So she was sitting at just below 700. So she essentially needs 300 out of the 1,500 allotted points in order to ascend to Living Legend. If you do the math, that's 1/5. So she needs about 20% of ProQuest wins over these 5 weeks in order to hit Living Legend. Well, this week she hit 29, just under 30% of wins at 26 out of 87 events. So dominating out early on. I don't think that's going to change. We'll talk about it here in a second, personally. But yeah, starting out really strong. So she's now at 773, and at this pace, she will clear Living Legend possibly the second to last week of ProQuest season. ProQuest season goes April 19th through May 18th. So we just finished week 1 of 5 of ProQuest season, right? So we're only through 1/5 of it. So if she even remotely stays on that pace, she will hit Living Legend by week 4 of ProQuest season. So Enigma will be gone and Zen will be gone. That allows certain decks to get even better in the meta. Florian's going to get a lot of leap. Probably, honestly, the biggest out of everybody. Florian's going to help. The Enigma matchup was very tough. Florian can now tech for certain matchups and, go a little bit more defensive and make Aurora's life a little bit harder. But Aurora does have the Flicker Wisp combo, so you can't go too defensive. So Florian's going to get a lot better. I think Nu gets a lot better, although Nu's still got to deal with Aurora as well. And a lot of people are saying Guardian is going to get a lot better, and this is where I just disagree with a lot of people. Even on the LSS, no hate on whoever the social media manager was that put on the copy, but they said Guardians and Nu rise up. I don't think Guardian can have a place in this meta so long as Florian and Nu are the 2 of the top 3 decks, which I think they will be. I just don't see how you play Guardian against those 2 heroes consistently. Now, if you have a really good Victor player and not a staple Florian or Nu player in your local area, ProQuest season can give a little bit more differentiation depending on who plays what locally. I just don't see it being consistent. Victor will get a little bit better, and I do expect Victor to be in like the high, maybe like 8 to 12 wins spot. I think Prism gets a lot better because Prism, doesn't have to deal with her, honestly, her worst meta matchup in Enigma. So I think Prism gets better, Florian gets better, Nu gets better. And so I do see Aurora going down just slightly, but I don't think it's going to be enough in order to not have her clear the 20% wins. Because at this point, since she got almost 30% in week 1, she doesn't even need 20% of wins from here on out. She needs like in the high teens. So I do expect Aurora to go before Nats even starts, which is insane, right? Like a month ago, if you would have said Aurora, Enigma, and Zen will all be gone, before Nat season, people might have not thought that. But we're going to have that. Azalea also creeping up there, still has a little ways to go, not quite winning as much as she needs to be. She only won 2 events, so it's only like 6 points, right? So she's just crawling. Dash IO is not quite there. I do expect New to be LL'd before the end of Nat. So this is where we have like this crazy change that I was talking about in the game. Before PQ season, we obviously have Zen and Enigma already gone. I do think Aurora will be gone as well. So that's 3 heroes that have Living Legend by the end of PQ season. We then have Nationals. And Nationals is very unique, right? If I can pull it up here while I'm talking. Nationals is very unique where every Nationals is 25 LL points except for US Nats, which is 100. And so I did the math. Counting the US Nationals, there will be 1,100 LL points given out between now and the end of Nationals for national events. Then you also have callings, battle hardens, all that other stuff. So I could see very easily, I think New will probably be gone before the end of Nationals. If Azalea can steal a couple Nats, like 2 or 3 or 4, because they're 25 points apiece, and get in the 950 range, she might steal one more event and then possibly LL, but it's going to be close. But I think New will LL. I think Azalea has a shot to LL. And if like Fatigue Dash becomes more of a thing, you could see even her creep up. I think Prism's going to get a lot of wins. I think Victor's going to get a lot of wins. But all that to say, I think Aurora will LL before the PQ season, and I think New's going to LL before the end of Nats, and then Azalea is kind of the wild card. So we could potentially see 5 heroes Living Legend before the end of Nationals. Now, the biggest question mark is how will High Seas change things, right? Or will High Seas change things? So that's kind of hard to tell. And kind of see where that goes. But what thing we do know, I think is pretty solid is, Enigma and Zen are gone, and I could see Aurora being gone before week 4 or 5 of ProQuest season. So that's going to really shape up the meta. It's going to really bring in something crazy fresh going into High Seas, which is going to be really cool to see. This also comes out of note. ProQuest season ends like right before High Seas comes out. Yeah, 12 days before High Seas comes out, essentially. So, that'll also change some things as well. So let me know what your thoughts are. I mean, this is not unexpected. Aurora is going to dominate the ProQuest level because it takes a very skilled pilot knowing your matchup, knowing how to navigate it perfectly in order to beat Aurora. And like ProQuest season has not like bad pilots, but like all differentiation types of people, right? There's a lot of people who go to ProQuest that are new or that, don't hardline test every week or anything like that. So the natural power deck in Aurora is going to do very well. But we'll have to see how it goes. Like I said, I don't foresee her making it to the end of ProQuest season, which is crazy. That means that she will have been, Rosetta came out. Enigma and Zen came out less than a year ago. Rosetta came out like 9 months ago or something, 7 months ago, something like that. So insane to see how fast she's going. Where's Florian at, by the way? This is totally random, y'all. Sorry, doing this on the fly. Florian's at 301, so slowly getting there. Nothing too crazy. Prism's at 544. But yeah, let me know how many heroes do you think will be gone before the end of Nationals? We already have 2. I think we'll have 4 for sure. Potentially 5, depending on who wins what in National season. But I would love to hear your thoughts as well. But if you like this type of content, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Feel free to. Let me know what else you want to see. I'll be putting out videos as I can. Like I said, I want to be more pointed with the videos I make and stuff I'm actually excited to talk about. But if you don't like this type of content or you want to, try someone else out, there is a creator sheet down below. I'm constantly trying to add to as much as I can with all creators who cover this game. It's like there's got to be almost 100 creators on there at this point, if not 100. So definitely look at that. I've highlighted some people that are my favorites. Doesn't mean they're the best on there, like objectively, but they're the ones that I enjoy watching. So definitely give them a look. And yeah, let me know what y'all are excited for in this ProQuest season. I'm going to see who I'm going to play with. Enigma and Zen gone. Doesn't really change. I might play new for a little bit before she goes to have some fun. But that's about it. But I still am just kind of sticking to Ira. I am playing a lot of Riptide actually lately as well. But yeah, thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great rest of your day. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time on TCG Talk.